What's up, everybody? Welcome back into the Sports Talk with Hawk podcast. How we doing on this wonderful Thursday night? MLB Opening Day is officially in the books. What happened through the day, just in case you missed it, we've also got the starting games of the Sweet 16 to go over. Those are almost done. Some NBA action we'll go over real fast, but we're mostly going to focus on MLB. So let's get everything else out of the way ahead of time. So when we look, talking about the bracket, my bracket is still 100% intact and looks like my championship game is still there. Florida beat Maryland tonight 87-71. Keeping my chances of getting the national champion correct. I had a feeling they were going to come out pretty big. Maryland just didn't match up very well. Duke is leading Arizona right now 62-49 with about 15 minutes left in the second half. Arkansas, who I did actually pick with the way everything is right now, I said they could beat Texas Tech, probably have the ability because of John Calipari. They are currently leading over Texas Tech 44-37. Alabama sunk 25 5 3-pointers. They played BYU's game, probably the best game of this tournament that they've played. Of the 3 games, they beat BYU 113 to 88. BYU had a really good offensive night, but Alabama's was just better. So Alabama moves forward, Florida moves forward. Currently looks like Duke will move forward. They're up by 15 over Arizona, but we know in college basketball that can absolutely change really quickly. And Arkansas is currently leading Texas Tech. In the NBA, more wild theatrics. So number 1, the Indiana Pacers, after the heartbreaking tip-in loss last night against the Lakers, if you remember, come out and score 162 points against the Washington Wizards. I'm not going to go through every box score tonight, but I wanted to go through this because the amount of players that scored, it's impressive. So Siakam scored 13, Nesmith 11, Turner 17, Halliburton had 29, Toppin had 15, Walker had 16, Thomas Bryant had 12, TJ McConnell, Benedict Mathurin both had 10 points each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy cow. No way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got to make sure this is right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 players scored tonight. 14 players scored. And nobody, let's see, Johnny Furphy had 3 points. That was the lowest. Wow. 162-109. Big win for the Indiana Pacers. Now, another game ended beautifully. Half-court shot by Josh Giddey. This time the Lakers are on the losing end of a buzzer beater. The Bulls beat the Lakers 119-117. Half-court shot at the buzzer to win. You gotta love it. That's basketball everybody loves. Coming down to the end. Dallas beats Orlando 101-92. The Cleveland Cavaliers keep rolling 124-116 over the San Antonio Spurs. The Miami Heat are really making a run right now. They knocked off the Atlanta Hawks tonight 122-112. OKC keeps steamrolling the West. They win 125-104. And Houston Rockets beat the Utah Jazz 121-110. The other game that's going on right now to close out the night, the Sacramento Kings are currently beating the Portland Trail Blazers 86-67. In NFL news, real fast, Deion talked today again, and today kind of changed his tune. The way that everything is played out in the quarterback scenario, he's kind of changed everything to, you know what, actually, I will be happy wherever Shedeur ends up going to play in the NFL. Here's probably why. Question marks have come in, and I don't think they're about Shedeur. Let me be very clear. They're worried about his dad. Cam Ward can go to Tennessee. With the way that offensive line has been rebuilt, Cam Ward will go to Tennessee. He has got the most potential. He is a much more polished Anthony Richardson. And here's why I say that. He's big, really big arm. Much more power than Shedeur Sanders has. Sanders' arm is nothing compared to Cam Ward's. Cam Ward has a rocket. Tennessee is a offensive coordinator as the coach. They rebuilt the offensive line and built it really well. Zeitler and Dan Moore, bringing those two in, really solidifies that offensive line. Honestly, at this point, they've got the best offensive line in that division. Yes, even over the Indianapolis Colts. I love Bertoli at center now. Tucker, I think I'm going to like at guard. I'm really not sure. Quentin Nelson, obviously Big Q is good. Braden Smith is deteriorating really fast. Really fast. And Raymond is just kind of, he gets the benefit of having Quentin Nelson next to him. It's not half as good as what the Tennessee Titan line is, though. It's half as good. But it's not Skoronski, Latham, now Dan Moore, Kevin Zietler, Cushberry. These guys, after about week 6, week 7, those guys are going to be mauling teams. Mauling teams. I think they draft a back. Tony Pollard will be a two-headed monster in the backfield. They're going to draft a receiver. And they're going to have Cam Ward. I like where the Titans are at. I do believe they can be a kind of a surprise team. They could sneak in with 7 or 8 wins. But Dion saying that he's happy where Shedeur is going is because of what's happened in New York. It doesn't look like the Giants are going to draft him now. I wouldn't. If I'm drafting Shedeur Sanders, I'm not putting him behind somebody. I'm sorry. The guy's too old to be, he's not a 20-year-old rookie. He's not a 19-year-old rookie. This guy is mature. This guy is older. He's been playing this position for a long time. If he can't come in and start right away, he doesn't deserve to be drafted in the first round. It's that simple. So I'm really anxious to see where he goes now because I don't think the Giants pick him, and it's looking more and more like the Cleveland Browns are going to go with him. And then they're just going to deal with the Deshaun Watson issues as they continue to come up. I like the move. I like the move. If the Browns get Shedeur Sanders with Kevin Stefanski, and I've said this, if they go that route, Sanders fits what Stefanski does. I still think the 49ers need to trade. I still believe the 49ers would be really good to trade Purdy and at this point now Christian McCaffrey. I originally said it in the Titans snapshot. Now I'm going to say it with the Browns. Trade him McCaffrey. Trade him Purdy. Get that second pick and get Shedeur Sanders. Sanders fits Kyle Shanahan. You get cheaper at quarterback. Let Cleveland deal with it. And then go from there. I really think that's the way that the 49ers should go. But, we'll see if that actually happens. I think the 49ers do need to make some sort of move. But, we're not that far away. What are we? Yeah, we're we're 4 weeks away. It's not that far away. So, all right, here we go. Opening day, Major League Baseball. We had walk-offs. We had extra innings. We had big run outbursts. We had everything today. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, let's go ahead and go all the way to the beginning, which is the Milwaukee Brewers against the New York Yankees. Now, this is going to be, this is straight up. This is ESPN News style. So we're sitting at, we got about 15 minutes to get through all these games. I'm just going to give you all the stats and move on, and we're going to keep going down the line in the game. So the Milwaukee Brewers in New York facing the Bronx Bombers. They win. New York Yankees win 4-2 over the Brewers. Carlos Rodon gets the W. Peralta gets the loss, and Dave Williams did come away with the save. Volpe hit a home run in the second inning, and Wells hit one in the first inning. 0 on, 0 out. Wells opens up the New York Yankee season with a home run. Good for him. For the Brewers, Yelich 0 for 4. Contreras 0 for 4. Hoskins 0 for 2 with 2 walks. That's definitely not going to be how they win through the year, but this is the first game. Let's not worry about it. Peralta did strike out 8 through 5 innings, and Rodon struck out 7 through 5 1/3. And once again, it was Williams with the save. He did allow a run, but he also got 2 strikeouts. So the Yankees get the W 4-2 on opening day over the Brewers. Baltimore Orioles, Toronto Blue Jays. Here we go. The Orioles had an absolutely beautiful day in the ballpark there in Toronto, winning 12-2. Grand total, they had 6 home runs. 6 home runs. 14 hits. They walked 5 times. Just overall great performance. O'Neill had 3 at-bats, 3 hits, 3 runs, a home run, 2 walks, 3 RBIs, and he didn't strike out. He actually was one of the few that did not strike out. Cedric Mullins also hits a home run. He had 5. He was 3 of 5 with 5 RBIs and 2 home runs. So Cedric Mullins, 2 home runs, big day. Eflin gets the victory for the Orioles. He had 2 Ks through 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Berrios for the Blue Jays takes the loss through 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, struck out 5, but allowed 3 home runs. And with that differential, there was no save opportunity. So congrats to the Orioles. Opening day, big W, 12-2. Next, extra innings. Here we go. The Philadelphia Phillies at the Washington Nationals. This has quietly become a really good rivalry. Sorry, thirsty, mouth's getting dry. Quietly has become a really good rivalry for the Philadelphia Phillies. So no runs were scored until the 7th inning for Philadelphia. Washington was up 1-0. They got a run in the 5th. The starting pitcher, Zach Wheeler, 8 Ks through 6 innings, only 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run. Gore for the Nationals, 13 strikeouts through 6 innings, only 1 hit, no runs allowed. The bullpen for the Nationals absolutely just screwed the pooch. Absolutely screwed the pooch. Ruiz for the Nationals did have a home run. And then when you look at the other side, Kepler was on base. Schwarber hit a home run. Harper hit a home run. We did have a run score off of an error. But your biggest one's going to be Harper, Schwarber, and then JT Realmuto had a big double he had a triple. That's it. He had a triple, which scored runs, and then Alec Boehm's RBI double did put them up top in extra innings. And the Philadelphia Phillies, they're going to be fighting with the Mets. The Nationals are probably sitting right behind there, but for now, it's those two, Phillies and the Mets and the Braves, that are going to be sitting probably in that division, sitting at the top 3. So big game, end of the game, 10th inning. We got an extra inning game. We got a 12-run game. Well, then we got a just run-of-the-mill 5-2 Boston Red Sox beat the Texas Rangers. And it was, once again, 9th inning. Here we go. So Evaldi for the Rangers had 6 good innings pitched, only allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 9 strikeouts. Groche for the Red Sox allowed 5 hits through 5, 2 earned runs, and 4 Ks. Aroldis Chapman did get the W, and Slayton got the save because Jackson for the Texas Rangers allowed 3 runs in a 3rd inning. Luke Jackson, 2 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, a strikeout, and the home run. The home run was, was Abreu. Abreu had a huge game with 2 home runs. 2 home runs, and then the 9th inning came with 2 on and 1 out, which, that's what broke the game open in the final inning. Boston Red Sox get the W, 5-2. Some really good strikeout games today. Really good strikeout games. And now we go to one where the home team's the one that actually finished it off late in the game. The Miami Marlins beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-4 in walk-off fashion on opening day. So Paul Skenes had 7 strikeouts through 5 1/3, only had 3 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. Alcantara for the Marlins pitched 4 2/3. Not sure why it was that way. Allowed 2 hits, 2 earned runs, but did walk 4 batters and had 7 strikeouts. Holderman for the Pirates has the blown save. They allowed 2 runs in the 8th and 1 run in the 9th inning. So let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Looking. Yep, there we go. So Stowers had an RBI, 3 at-bats, 2 walks, but struck out twice. Starting to become a theme. Lopez had an RBI. That was a 2-out RBI, so it was a sacrifice fly. And then Nick Gonzalez for the Pirates hits a 2-run home run. And let's see, Reynolds also got a hit, 2 RBIs. Tommy Pham got a double. Oh my goodness gracious, this stolen bases category. Pham, holy cow. All right, so Pham had a stolen base. Reynolds had a stolen base. Cruz had a stolen base. Hayes had 2 stolen bases. Falafa had a stolen base. And then for the Marlins, Myers had a stolen base. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stolen bases for the Pirates. If you guys remember the Kansas City Royals team that went to the World Series, that's how they got there, if you remember. That team was bunts, stolen bases, just getting really timely hits, not wasting at-bats. Now, do I believe the Pirates have that ability? No, I do not. But I tell you what, I love the aggressiveness. If they're aggressive, nobody's going to say the Pirates are tanking on purpose this year. If the manager's aggressive, trying to go and win these games, the Pirates are going to be a good enough watch to where when they play the Cubs, the Dodgers, people will still actually watch, which is what Major League Baseball really needs. All right, the next game, the San Francisco Giants came into the Cincinnati Reds, and they get the W 6-4 over the Reds. Once again, late innings. Wilmer Flores hits the go-ahead 3-run home run in the 9th inning for the Giants. The Reds would try to come back, but only got 1 run in the bottom of the 9th for a 6-4 final. Starting pitching, Webb pitched 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 earned runs, and 5 Ks. Green for the Reds had 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and he did allow a home run. All in all, not bad. Encarnacion Strand had a double. Let's see here, and that was basically it. This is actually a really small stat underneath everything. No double plays by the Reds. We had 1 double play by the Giants. And yeah, actually that is basically it. Flores was the offense. Ramos had 2 RBIs for the Giants as well. Yeah, Giants come out once again late. That's 3 games. 3 games the road team has won in the 9th inning and then 1 walk-off up to this point by the home team. All right, the Chicago White Sox, they slightly walked off. And what do I mean by that? Well, they got 3 runs in the 2nd inning and they just held everything and then ended up getting 5 more in the 8th. The White Sox get a big W to open up the year, 8-1. Yes, it's a big deal. It is a huge deal because the White Sox have a record low prediction for wins. Record low prediction for wins. Today, Burke pitching on the mound, 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 strikeouts. Kikuchi for the Angels pitched 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. Slater for the White Sox hit a solo shot. Your RBIs, everything came off of basically errors. Let's see. Yep, error. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. So, Benintendi had 3 RBIs. Sosa had 2 RBIs, and Vargas had 2 RBIs. And then the 9th inning was a solo shot by O'Hop, and that was all the scoring. The hits altogether, the White Sox get 9 hits, 8 runs. The Angels had 5 hits, 1 run. So it's big. It's really big for the White Sox to get the W. Absolutely huge. All right, Cleveland Guardians, Kansas City Royals division matchup to open up the year. The Guardians get the 7-4 victory. Lively pitched 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and a no decision. Reagans pitched 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts, and also in a no decision. This game came down to extra innings as well, as the Guardians win by getting 3 runs in the top of the 10th inning. Good grief. Let's see here. Manzardo, where we go? Hits a home run in the 6th, which put the Guardians up 4-3. The Royals then scored a run in the bottom of the 9th to tie it. And then the Guardians get 3 runs in the top of the 10th, and the Royals go down straight. Bobby Witt only managed 1 hit. Salvador Perez gets a hit. Massey gets a hit and an RBI. Pasquantino had 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and a big 3-run home run in the 3rd inning. But at the end of the day, you can't allow the runs late. These bullpens are going to have to really start. I don't like the whole bullpen thing, I'll be honest. I grew up watching starters. You went 7 innings. It was your job, getting paid the money you got paid, to make it to the 7th inning. Now, if you couldn't make it through the 7th inning, fine. But it was your job to make it to the 7th inning. They never wanted to use more than 3 bullpen pitchers unless it was the playoffs. That was it. Maximum 4 pitchers in a game. Yeah, enough rotation that you could do so. I grew up fully am a Cubs fan. Living in Indianapolis, the Cubs are on all the time. Fox Sports Chicago. But at that time, it wasn't Fox Sports. It was WGN. I was watching WGN for the Cubs, and I was watching TBS for the Atlanta Braves. That's what I was watching all the time. So I remember Kerry Wood, Mark Pryor, Carlos Zambrano, Greg Maddux when he came back. I remember Ryan, we called him Dumpster when he was in the bullpen, but Ryan Dempster, as the starting pitcher. Jake Arrieta, the entire starting pitching for that World Series team. You pitched. You did everything. You make that much money, you do the job. I don't get the not doing the job. I really, really don't. All right, moving on here so we don't run out of time, because we will. Houston Astros get the victory 3-1 over the New York Mets. Juan Soto ended up absolutely whiffing with a chance to be able to tie it at the end in the top of the 9th, and went down swinging. So Astros do get the W 3-1. Valdez, the starting pitcher for the Astros, 7 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, no earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and Holmes loses it for the Mets, 4 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, and only 4 strikeouts. All right, we got the last couple here. San Diego Padres beat the Atlanta Braves. Let's see. Starting pitching, Chris Sale, 7 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, 6 hits through 5 innings. King for the Padres. I'll look at what happened. Oh, he had a rough outing. Yeah, that was interesting. Through 2 2/3, he threw 76 pitches, 4 hits, 4 walks, 3 earned runs, 3 Ks, and he let up a home run. Yet the Padres ended up absolutely obliterating the Braves bullpen. Hector Neris allowed 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, and a home run. Technically no innings pitched. He didn't even get an out. In the 7th inning for the Padres. Padres score 4 runs, and that's how you get the W, 7-4. All right. St. Louis Cardinals at home against the Minnesota Twins get the W. Sonny Gray gets the W. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. Lopez takes the loss through 5 innings, allowing 8 hits, only 2 earned runs, and 3 strikeouts. Arriendo and Nootbaar both with home runs today, and then Bader had a home run for the Minnesota Twins. All right. A team that I have said I believe will win more games than anybody else ever has, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ohtani hits a home run. Hernandez hits a home run. Blake Snell pitches 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 4 walks. A lot of pitchers struggling with walks today. Only 2 strikeouts. Skubal for the Detroit Tigers, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. So the Dodgers get the W, 5-4 on what is not their opening day, because they already won the first 2 over the Cubs in Japan, but they are technically here on opening day. They get the W, 5-4. Now, as we close everything out, the 2 games that are going on right now, in the middle of the 8th, the Athletics have the lead over the Mariners 2-1 heading into the bottom of the 8th with Seattle up. The Chicago Cubs finally found some bat life. They did not in Japan. They have got a 8-3 lead going into the bottom of the 6th in Arizona. So we'll see what those 2 games end up being like. And let's take a look at the games. March Madness, Sweet 16. Duke has a 9-point lead with 6 minutes left in the game, and Arkansas has an 11-point lead with about 8 minutes left in the game as well. Well, there we go, guys. March 27th, daily sports recap. I love it. We got plenty of sports to talk about right now. I do not get bored right now. That'll happen here definitely shortly. That will happen shortly. But for now, we are looking good. For those of you on Twitch, thank you so much for hanging out. For those on YouTube, good morning. Make it the best Friday that you can. Have an absolutely fantastic day. I will try to do one of these Friday night as well. We are doing only the 5 days through the week now, and I'm going to have some pre-recorded stuff for next week. I go back to work. Unfortunately, vacations come to an end. I do have some pre-recorded stuff we're going to have out next week, as I'm getting got a couple series we're going to do. So we're going to see how this works. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Absolutely beautiful opening day of baseball, walk-offs, late comebacks, plenty of runs, and some really good baseball on MLB Opening Day. It's been a fantastic day in the world of sports. Hopefully you had a fantastic day as well, and looking forward to a fantastic Friday. Until tomorrow night, guys, for Sports Talk with Hawk, I am Hawk, and I am out. You guys have a great night, and for those on YouTube, have a great day.